Hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July weekend. I think it was awesome that the 4th of July landed on the weekend, so you don't have to go to work the next day. You can actually just chill if you don't work on the weekends on Sunday. So, anyway, it was a good 4th of July. I hope everybody had a great day. It was cool to be a part of the 250th anniversary of America. So, on the 4th of July, Newsom released his video, and I think it's hilarious because you could tell that he's really shaken up from Trump. And this came out a day after it was exposed that the DOJ was wiretapping him since 2023, I believe. So since Biden was in office, this man was being investigated. It's crazy. So anyway, that came out, and then this video came out after, and you could tell that this really shook him. Let's go ahead and check out this video.
250 years ago, 56 men in Philadelphia signed their names to one of the most radical sentences ever written. The governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. I'll repeat that again, from the consent of the governed. That clause was treason. It was a line that terrified every monarchy in Europe. It was the line that made America possible. And today, on this Independence Day, the radical idea behind that clause, it's again under threat from one man who exhibits the very behaviors our founding fathers fought against. A corrupt and unstable president is forcing us to ask a once unimaginable question. Do we still have a government that belongs to the people?
Give it to Newsom. Give it to all these liberals, man. And this is the only politician that has said this. Many politicians who are Democrat took a shot at Trump. It's so funny. Happy 4th of July anyway. We're about to be invaded by Trump's army, the freaking Nazi army here.
Strip it all down, and what separates a democracy from a monarchy, from a dictatorship, is the fundamental right to vote. Lose that, and you lose everything.
Right, just make the illegal voting legal. That's what he does in California. He literally made illegal voting legal.
Which is why on America's 250th birthday, we need a declaration of election independence. Freedom from election manipulators and deniers. Freedom from the militarization of Election Day. Freedom from the fear of imprisonment if you don't go along with Trump's schemes.
Did Newsom just declare independence away from the federal government again? This happened like a year ago when the No Kings protest was happening. How is he in power? I don't. This is how corrupt our government is. It doesn't matter who's in power. This is how corrupt our government is. You having the governor of the most powerful state in the country declaring independence away from the government. How is he not in jail? How is he still governor?
In a few months, the American people will go to the polls. And Donald Trump, he knows exactly what's coming. He knows that Congress, accountable to the people, will put an end to the lies, to the corruption, to the sale of this government to the highest bidder. And because he knows that.
What? What? It doesn't even make sense. What? He's the freaking rigging the elections because he doesn't want people to expose him. What? For the highest bidder.
He's afraid for himself. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about America.
Look how scared he looks,
hardly
dude.
cares about his own political party. A man like Trump does not lose gracefully. He grabs every lever of power within reach. He cheats, he lies, he steals to hold on. And we don't have to guess whether he'll try it again. He's already done it. We all watched it.
This is for the 4th of July, by the way. This is a 4th of July speech. He has TDS bad, man. I have TDS too if he was freaking coming after me.
In the weeks after the 2020 election, Donald Trump picked up the phone and asked Georgia's Secretary of State to find enough votes to overturn the results. At the same time, attorneys connected to his campaign organized slates of fake electors. Private citizens aligned with Trump falsely declared themselves the duly elected representatives of their states. They tried to hand Congress a fraudulent set of results to count on January 6th. And on that shameful day, as Congress gathered to certify the peaceful transfer of power, Donald Trump sent a violent mob to storm the Capitol, to smash windows, to beat down police officers.
That's so false. Literally, no police officers were beaten down. and one died. He went home and had a heart attack or something. They said, "Oh, he died from that." It's so false, man. Everything he says is false, and it's funny that he brings up the fact that Trump was asking another governor to find votes or whatever. Okay, he wanted to win. He wants to try every way it was possible at the time to win. You literally made it a law. You made it a state law to cheat. You're complaining about him asking somebody to legally find votes to win, but you're sitting here making elections that are supposed to be illegal legal. What are you talking about,
One
dude?
of the darkest days in our nation's history. And it didn't stop there. We watched a coordinated campaign to install loyalists in county election offices across this country. We watched the United States Department of Justice illegally seek sensitive voter information in at least 30 states.
What does this have to do with the 4th of July? Like, this is and look how long the video is. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but he went on a unhinged 8-minute rant about Trump, and it's supposed to be for the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Anyway, Trump's a dictator. He's trying to steal the elections, guys. Be scared. Don't be happy for today. Just be mad that Trump's the president. Like, that was his message. This is my governor, dude. This is crazy, man. This dude is having a total meltdown, and he is clearly breaking in front of our eyes because of Trump. But anyway, I'm not gonna go through the whole video. It's long. But he just rants about how bad Trump is and how Hitlerish he is or whatever. Anyway, this was his unhinged 4th of July rant. This was supposed to be for the 4th of July, by the way, but to reiterate, and this came out before that video came out. Literally a day before Newsom posted that 4th of July video, this came out about Newsom and the wiretap that I was talking about in the beginning.
The FBI recruited a member of Governor Gavin Newsom's inner political circle to wear a wire as early as June 2024. So who was this cooperating witness? Alexis Podesta.
June 2024, Biden was still in office. I said 23, I meant 24. But Biden was still in office when this happened.
A veteran Sacramento Democrat who worked under former Governor Jerry Brown. She did so in 2020. Newsom appointed her.
A freaking Democrat with some common sense. So there are still Democrats in California with some common sense to actually have a conscience to try to expose fraud and not just taking the money and keeping quiet like these other Democrats are. Most Democrats are in California.
Then to the board of the State Compensation Insurance Fund, a position that she still holds. She later became a key cooperating witness in the federal corruption case against Newsom's former chief of staff, Dana Williamson, who pleaded guilty in May to federal fraud and tax charges. And that's where the story takes a major turn. The New York Post is reporting, quote, Democrat insider Alexis Podesta secretly recorded conversations during the criminal probe into Newsom's then chief of staff, Dana Williamson. The revelation that she was wearing a wire as far back as June 2024 explains why Sacramento political insiders and lobbyists were stunned to receive FBI letters last fall informing them their phone calls had been intercepted during the investigation. And that timeline matters.
When he found
the wiretap would have been authorized during the Biden administration.
Yep.
And federal wiretaps aren't handed out lightly. Investigators must establish probable cause, show a wiretap is necessary, and the DOJ must approve it. Then a federal judge has to sign off. And
so you got to think, if Biden is investigating Newsom, Biden was, in my opinion, the most corrupt president that we've had in our lifetime. It was the craziest, power-hungry president that we've had. He had no choice but to investigate Newsom. The evidence was so strong that he had to approve the wiretap before he left office. That's how bad it is for Newsom. Biden didn't say nothing about it because that's his friend. But that's what I love about the law of the United States of America. You could be best friends with somebody. If they do something so horrible and horrendous and there's so much proof, you have to say, okay, we have to look into this because I can't look away from this. So anyway, it just shows that there is something there with this Newsom stuff. And it's not going to go away. It clearly, from the video we just watched of him on the 4th of July, he had a meltdown and a ranting moment about Trump. And it's just funny that this was supposed to be for the 4th of July, and he ranted about Trump and election fraud. It's just so funny. But anyway, what do you guys think about this video? I thought it was hilarious that this came out on the 4th of July. I laughed. Had a nice hearty chuckle. But like I said, the remaining of the video is just him ranting about Trump and how bad he is and stuff. But just want to give you the full context of that video. But anyway, go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go ahead and hype up this video. Let people know that Newsom is just a scumbag and he's scared. Trump is gonna got him. And I'll see you guys in the next video.